Good morning, I'm Brittany, and welcome to Lobster Claws Recovery. We are here on Fort Lauderdale Beach, and just to let you know, we had massive waves here, 6 to 8 feet yesterday. The waves were so large, they were breaking on the second reef, and I have video of that. It was amazing. We think that the waves were in excess of 10 to 12 feet at the second breakers. At the second reef. How do we know it's second reef? Because you can see where they're breaking, and that's where the reef is. Anyway, the water came 3/4 of the way in, all the way in past the blue chairs, right around where she's at. Anyway, we're gonna get in it and get on it. We've got the Gray Ghost headphones. These are the ones made for any detector with a 1/4-inch plug. They are the Ultimate Platinum. One is a cutoff switch, one is an on and off switch down here. This is volume. Turn the volume up on the detector as much as you can, and then work this volume afterwards. All right, so they have a lot of blocking of the noise. We're running, I got a cover for it because it'll save it. We're running gain at like 2. We're going to try that. I'm definitely going to have to turn the threshold down. Pulse delay, we're going to leave on 10. Ground balance, I'm going to try leaving it just on 2 because there's no mineralization here. We're going to set the frequency to the midpoint, and we've got target conductivity for all. So you can do low conductors, you can do high conductors. So when the cover is intact, is placed on it, this cover is from protectors.co.uk, and this company, they sent it to me from England. It was about $30 US, and I love it. So I highly recommend that you get one. It's very nice construction. See the sand built up. They even have to get the bobcat out there to dig it out. So you could not be this close yesterday. You risk getting pulled out. I don't have them on. I'll tell you what, when they're on, those headphones, they block all the noise. There he goes. Not his day. Yay! We got the little fish back in the water. News at 11. So, I'm going to another plan, and because of this angle of this beach, I'm gonna go back and forth. Well, I know the metal detector's working. I went over a ketchup packet. Last time I checked, though, can't take ketchup packets to the jeweler. So much for that. But the detector is working fine. It's just quiet. Gotta be careful with this detector. Make no mistake, it's not waterproof. I'm trying to walk straight. All right, well, this is exciting. I'll be back. This is a sea fan. Got ripped off the bottom of the ocean by the waves. Don't see them much. 1, 2, 3, 4 ridges where that person is with the yellow towel, right there. Okay? There's 4, they go like this. I'm going through them. That's what we're doing. It's a really beautiful day. But I don't think it's a day for finding anything, but we're gonna keep going. Going through these ridges, they're subtle, but they are definitely what I would call a speed zone, where a target might either get pushed up farther or get pulled out because they're carved channels. So right now I'm finding nothing. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say quite a bit of it's in the water. And or we've got a sanded in condition on this upper beach. It's a little bit unsure exactly. There's just a lot of sand there, and even a pulse induction detector like the Whites TDI SL is not going to get it. But we're going to keep trying. So we are at the location we were at yesterday. This is Hall of Fame, and you can see that the water came in half the width of the beach. Roughly 100 feet from the shoreline, 100 feet. It's a testimony to how powerful the waves were yesterday. You can see the debris line right there, where the seaweed is. So as prior on the other beach, we are running the Whites TDI SL. We are running gain wide open. We are running pulse delay at 10 milliseconds for small gold. And we are running in all target conductivity. Also should pick up platinum. So there's the risk. The other beach was completely uneventful. Not one target, not one penny. I know it sounds ridiculous, but either it's sanded in or it's washed out to sea. Take your pick. And we are just sampling the beach right now, but I gave up at the other location. Thought I heard something going back. If you think you hear something, crisscross over the area, because you may pick it up going one direction but not the other. It's really so beautiful compared to yesterday. It's unbelievable. All those waves are a byproduct of Hurricane Ian. And look for the other video and you'll see that. All right, let's continue to sample. So those of you who are saying, you're missing, well, yeah, I am. I am listening for break and threshold. For those of you not familiar with threshold, okay, you got a target. For those of you who are not familiar with break and threshold, way before a classic metal detector is going to beep at you, or it's going to give you a VDI value on the screen, the break and the threshold is what you might see on an oscilloscope when the coil sends an electromagnetic signal down to the ground, and then there's a return, and it actually gets a ping, like a submarine pinging an enemy submarine. If there's nothing there, there's no return ping. If there is something there, then they get a return. You get it? So it's that return. All right, we're on a target. X marks the spot. So we've got the XP MI6. That's it. It's just a lot easier than going down there and sifting sand in the water, which is not close. So what does that tell you? Well, it tells you that a bottle cap was deposited, a light object like a bottle cap was deposited way up here, like here, right? Where that piece of white pipe is, as opposed to down here where there's probably heavier coins and jewelry. So that's where we're gonna go. Take that as a hint of where you need to be. Get it? This is your I'm gonna get the plastic. This is your opportunity not to waste time. It's a pill bottle. You gotta know the target. I'm gonna grab it. We'll see. I'm inclined to believe it's junk. Okay, we got it. Yeah, excellent. We have a quarter. Now, for those of you who are saying, wow, that's amazing, you should write a book now, you're something else. Keep in mind that I think a lot of targets are in the water now. But we'll work our way down slowly. I'm actually quite impressed that I found any money up here. The wave action went another 30 feet, 40 feet that way. You see, you've got the bobcats out here cleaning up because they made such a mess. Between the wind and the water, the wave action, incredible. Often in this kind of situations, you are going to have targets that are otherwise hidden, that are going to be on the surface or very close to the surface. So pay attention as you walk down the beach. Okay, we are on another target, and I'm going to take it. Could be anything. And since we found, I see it already. It's a 10 steak. Yeah, you want to take your hints. So if you're seeing a quarter, you might get a medium weight ring. Okay, we're on another target. Okay, got it on the third scoop. Money. That's a penny. Quick recovery. So you're seeing where the coins went. One of your hints is the shells. You see the shells? Shell distribution is very important. Pay attention to where the shells are. I would certainly be detecting where you find clusters of shells. Highly important. You see? Shells, shells. Do not ignore this. You want to learn to read the beach? And I'm no expert, trust me, I'm no expert. If I was an expert, I'd be driving a Rolls. But, you know, you learn. So I'm just passing on what I learned. All right, well, we're walking right along the surf edge. So here's an example. You gotta watch. It's right in front of you. It's a quarter on the surface. With this kind of wave action, you're going to find targets on the surface. Tells you a lot about where you need to be. So I'm actually in the right place. All right, we're going to take a break for a minute and come back. This poor little guy, he got washed out of the water and did not get back in before he died. So sad. If anybody knows what kind of fish he is, let me know. And we'll put him back in the water so he can go back to Davy Jones' locker, as we say. Sorry, little buddy. I have fish tanks at home, and I have a special place in my heart for fish. All right, so I think we're on a double header here. Target number 1. Target number 2. Got it. See it? Quarter. How do you like that for pinpointing? Where are you? Quarter. Say hi to George. Hi, George. Okay. We'll say $50. It's a quarter. Sounds like a good bet. Got it. Dime, dime, dime. It's a dime. So that was 35 cents. That's fun. Pays for a little bit of gas. All right. Welcome back to Lobster Claws Recovery. I'm Brittany, and we are doing the wrap up from today. We are on Fort Lauderdale Beach, and we've got all kinds of fun stuff here. It doesn't belong on the beach. That doesn't belong on the beach. That belongs with me. So, all right, hold on one second. We're gonna zip that. Okay. Something just went sailing off. That was a straw. For those of you who need to source some of these things, like the belt or whatever, let me know and I'll help you. This is actually a belt. Pretty cool belt. There's the brand right there, Free Hook. They're available in black and OD green. A lot of crap. Crap. Alright, so that's it. The bag is empty. I threw away enormous quantities of trash. So please don't think that I got any less. I got way more than this. I mean, so... yeah, straw, all kinds of stuff, fishing line or whatever it is, netting, plastic miscellaneous, cigarette lighter. This is Queen's Jewels. Not the Queen's Jewels. Tiny piece of aluminum, very little. So small, about smaller than my nail. I picked it up. Some kind of liner. Typical bottle cap, more plastic, quarter, dime, and penny. The beach was barren. They picked up a piece of wire, that's what's sticking out. The rest of it is just miscellaneous iron trash. Another penny. So, interesting enough, Oh, and a tent stake. Partridge in a pear tree. Tent stake. Drive it to the heart of the person that left it on the beach. Yeah, I'm so annoyed by that. I just don't understand how people leave that stuff around. So, this is the new detector, and these are Grey Ghost Ultimate Platinums, I think they are. And that's it. This detector, I got it a cover because it needs a cover. I'm gonna have to probably take it off and brush it out. You have ground balance, which I keep a correction. This is gain, and I keep that maxed out. Ground balance, I just had it at 2 because you want to hear high and low tone. If you don't want to hear high and low tone, you can shut it off. You don't actually need it where there isn't mineralization in the sand or in the dirt. Here, pulse delay is set to 10 milliseconds, but you could probably go up a bit if you needed to filter out targets you don't want, etc. Here you have target conductivity. This is the beach scoop. It's fine to use when there are no waves. If there are waves, you cannot use it because you will probably lose your target right out of the scoop. You need a regular beach scoop, a metal scoop, and you bring a pinpointer. It's rough going when there's heavy surf. It's dangerous. This is a 12-inch